Hello, and welcome to the Morgrave Lower Quad for what will be our level 18 episode of Purple Rage. Managed to find a nice setting here, and we're trying to doing our best to blend in to these tranquil surroundings and not create too much of a ruckus. Speaking of ruckus, we met with our third death of the life. It'll not surprise anyone to hear that it was the tactical detonation in best laid plans, the technicians. When those are red crowns, they're just lethal. It's kill or be killed there, isn't it? And for a melee, that presents quite a challenge because we have no way to immobilize or kill them from range. So we have to close the distance, therefore they get a shot in at least on us, and therein starts our pain. So yes, not ashamed to say that we ate a big dose of humble pie in that one. Otherwise, things are still going pretty well. I have experimented, as mentioned, with bringing Natasha in, the cleric, for some healing and death ward, but it would only be really useful if she could accompany me on the quests, and she just dies too easily. Maybe because I don't pay sufficient attention to keeping her alive. I don't do the nursemaiding thing of stopping her and starting her and all this kind of thing. But it just strikes me as more of a trouble than it's worth. So, broadly speaking, I've been persisting with the blood tribute strategy for health. It's definitely living on borrowed time, but shrines are still a thing, to cancel out the stacks of blood tribute. And we are still doing well with our crowd control and the damage we're putting out, so it's not like we're really struggling badly, but the opponents are catching up with us, put it that way, as we get closer to the heroic cap. We're feeling more the lack of an actual heal, so there is that, but still more than workable, I think. Enhancements, as mentioned, I'm just plugging up the Orky tree. We've got the extra strike through now, so we're guaranteed now to hit 3 targets every swing, which is great. A bit more strength when we rage, all nice stuff. And I think I'll pick up the next point in there, but the last one we'll take in here. I'm deciding against Raging Crush. I don't think unless we really have a point to spare that probably isn't going to be well invested anywhere else. I'll definitely take the extra damage to helpless. It's a bit disappointing that our trip doesn't cause helpless, but the stun certainly does. So that's something looking forward, and we'll be able to stun up to 3 targets, so that's basically 3 targets dead in very short order. So that will be nice. What else have I got noted down? Yes, feat for level 18, we took mobility. In itself, it's not a bad feat. A bit more dodge and dodge cap, so we're up to 10 now on the dodge. I will, of course, need to reorganise the Reaper tree because we've got 5 useless dodge in there, although that is giving us 5... sorry, not 5. 5 times 8, so it's giving us 40 extra hit points just for having those points in there, but they could be better invested. I'll wait, I think, until we get to 21, at which point I'm going to want the 4th core in both of these trees, so I'll do a bit of a reorganisation then, see where we're at. So yes, mobility is like a preparation for the whirlwind attack at 21. If you didn't know, dodge and mobility are prerequisites for that, and it's an excellent AoE attack. So I think that's going to help us at a time where we're probably going to need beefing up offense-wise. What else did I have noted here? Oh yes, just as a side note, I accidentally clicked on one of your names when trying to respond to a comment recently, and was presented by the videos you had highlighted, favourites, on the YouTube. And one of them struck a chord because a friend of mine in the bear party likes to watch this critical role thing, For those of you who didn't know, as I didn't, it's like a famous live D&D thing that gets streamed weekly, and some of the people in there are featured on some of the DDO content, providing the voiceovers. What particularly made me laugh, and why I've mentioned it today, there was a section where Will Wheaton, who is one of the contributors to some of the DDO content, was just getting appallingly unlucky with the dice rolls, like rolling a 1 or close to it every time on the 20-sided dice. It made for some rather funny interaction and dialogue, with the dungeon master having to think up new things every time these ones came up, like the axe getting stuck in a wall behind when he was trying to smash his way through a door or something. I just thought I'd mention it because it gave me a smile. So to the person who had that favourited, thanks for that. Right, I think we're on the level 16 quests now. I do have Wayloon in my sights, but not quite yet. I was hoping also to try and do a couple of the Vecna ones, but I might have to knock those down to elite because we're a bit borderline with just the blood tribute for those, I think. I'm looking for one or two of the rune arms from those for our caster artificer life that we've got in the future for purple, which I still don't have. So that's on the radar as well. But for now, I think I showed you this 3 paths to battle last time, so let's have a go at this one instead. Now, unlike in the first two, I've just done the armies, is it Armies of the Dead? Army of Endless Nights, which is obviously full of undead, so a nightmare for our stun, that was basically useless. And then this one here, Growing Pains, same deal except full of plants, so again our stun was pretty useless. So it will be nice at least here. Well, let's put the sound back on. It will be nice at least to get more use from our crowd control. We'll keep trying on Reaper 1. Level 16 quest, so level 18 on Reaper. And we're going to try and do it unassisted by the cleric. So just before the encounter, which is now, we throw the blood tribute on for the temporary hit point shield. And it's a good job I did, because we got absolutely mauled there, didn't we? Okay. Yeah, I can see us needing to make use of shrines for restoring boosts and deleting these stacks of blood tribute. Let's try and encourage them to come around the corner to us. Okay, so happy Snow Peak chests. I did a little thing on the Snow Peak event today, simply because by the time this comes out, the event will be long since finished, I'm guessing. Okay, can we boost up again? Yep. Let's try and get the crown stunned. Come on. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know this quest well, let's just mark that shrine on the map. Or don't know it at all. These little symbols donate an objective room. We've got to find 3 eyes, and these tell us where the eyes will be found. So this is the first one we're going towards. Trying to remember to keep our rage potions and divine will up for the... Now, can we persuade these to come off the ice and into this area? I'd like them all to come so we can multiple hit them. Trying to persuade this one with my little dart to come and say hello to us. He's not having it, is he? Okay, I did upgrade the little dart to a level 16 one for a smidgen more damage, but nothing spectacular. Okay, can we knock you down? We can. Happy days. Now I'm guessing these are going to be all but immune to the... Oh, I've gone on the slippery floor. Oh yes, yes! I thought they'd be all but immune to the stun, being as it's a fort save, and I'm guessing they have very high fortitude save. But we got lucky there. Okay, I think there's the odd trap in the middle of there, is there? Maybe. Oh, just a gust of wind trap. Okay, can we actually get to that thing? I'm going to press interact with selectable. Right, we've got it. Okay. Come on, let's get out of there. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Sometime today. Okay. Yeah, wings would have been appreciated at that juncture. Right, so let's get raging. We've still got some boosts left to use, and that's telling us there's another one down here. Okay. Now this section has some particularly nasty horses. I'm hoping they are able to be stunned as well as tripped. I guess we'll find out. I don't think I can stun them. That's a bad start. Do we actually need to talk with this character? I'm not sure.
Atop an island of crates stacked in the middle of this oddly submerged storage room. There must be magic at play here.
Oh, more horses. Just what I've always wanted. I tried for the trip. Maybe they can't be tripped either. So it's down here. So these appear like they come to life one by one, don't they, as you go near their areas. Come on. Put the 10 hit points back up. Yeah, we definitely can't stun them. So that's a bit of a shame. I'm pretty sure we can't trip them either, because they're kind of plant-based. The plant-based stuff always seems to be immune to tripping. Oh God, more of them. Okay. Trying to keep the 10 hit points up, barrier up, so we don't take actual health damage. That's quite a challenge just to keep watching that, but we're not doing so bad. There's an optional in here. Let's go for it. Fatigue there. I thought I'd removed it. My bad. Took quite a lot of damage there too. Less than ideal. Let's try and heal a little bit of it as we go. Still using the trusty old Cure Serious potions. Okay, so I think this is the spot where the second eye is to be found.
The Fade leap
Get
forward.
boosting. Come on. Watching the health going down. I'm getting a little bit better at catching it before it turns into something damaging health point wise.
Bringing the Fae's little story to an abrupt end.
So that's the second one done. I think we should shrine now. Get the boosts back and delete the stacks of blood tribute. The blood tribute, if you've not played a Barbarian before, very nice temporary hit point shield, but every time you use it you get you lose a 1 point of con until you rest and clear the stacks here. So at the moment we're down 10 con. It's the only thing I've found to be a little bit of a challenge so far with this build, the lack of self-heal in heroic, which going into epic we're going to correct. So going to look now for the third of the eyes. Oh god, let's invite them round the corner. Nice little trip there. He looks tough. He is tough. Wow. Yeah. The rest of them we did a pretty decent job on, but that bone warden seemed to be resistant to our crowd control and everything else. So that's the way forward. We'll deal with that when we've cleared the third eye.
The world becomes grayer and less vivid.
Which is this way.
Feeling of dull absence seeps into
God, could I have made any worse of a job of that? I think these, if you just talk to them a little bit, you can go some way towards reducing the numbers of them that appear in the end fight here. Concentration, we don't have concentration, do we? Religious law, no, I don't think we have that either. Okay, so maybe we gathered enough points just to be able to dispel one or two of these things. Yeah. Okay, let's go, 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 go. Can I just grab that eye and get out of here? I'd like to. Okay.
Struggle to resist overwhelming weariness as you pick up the eye of Doleur.
So we're going back to the path onwards. We've got plenty of boost left. I think there is another... Oh, crikey. Will you leave us alone? I think there is another rest shrine before. Mash the Reaper, that's always good.
Towering shield
There is another rest shrine before the end, I'm almost certain of it.
to the Hidden Hand headquarters.
Okay.
The Shield Guardian opens the door to the Hidden Hand headquarters.
I think we've got some more down here. Let's make sure our rage and things are up.
You spot an unusual beholder, speaking with cultists down
That's
below.
the end boss.
The creature hurries off without notice.
Yeah, so against the rank and file, the cultists, we're doing very well, carving them to bits, aren't we? It's the special ones that we're struggling with. Those bone guardian things, I bet they're also crit immune. Okay, not having a way to contain a Reaper other than by killing it has proved a little bit problematic as well, but let's try and block that door. Okay, we're certainly pretty decent at containing most other things. Saying there's a way down there. Oh, now that's to be feared. Could I trip it up? Yes! So they're vulnerable to the trip. Okay. Found out late rather than never. Now, do we need this shrine? I think we're quite close to the end. I think it's basically just down there, so let's say no.
You've found the
In fact,
remaining
I think
eyes
we've
held
just
by
got
the
the
Hitman.
Beholder to go now, haven't
More
we?
surprisingly, you also find yourself face to face with Morgrave University donor Vance Sattler and a Chaos Beholder. The Morgrave University donor transforms into Vecna, the
I
god
don't
of
think this
secrets.
one can do neg levels. I'm hoping not.
I owe you my thanks, Morgrave. You've done a fine job of correcting the corner horizon. I'm sure I'll find all kinds of
Get all the boosts on.
Now then, I'll give my uncle just a taste.
Go on, mash him. Yes. Yes. So what does he give? Creeping Doom. Oh, damage over time. And luckily the damage isn't too bad.
But the beholder, now transformed, turns to a
Let's see if we get anything. Not this time. But we get the happiness of a quest nicely completed. I'll take that. So yes, maybe going forward we've certainly got Wayloon as an option. I think we'll do well in there with the mix of AoE and reasonable crowd control we've got. And as mentioned, I'm going to check which Vecna ones drop the rune arms. I'm sure there's one that drops 2 rune arms potentially, so I might have a go at that too. So we're reasonably survivable, aren't we? Our elemental resistances aren't that bad since I corrected that with the a couple of topaz to boost the fire and acid. Damage reduction 15 with the boots we've been wearing. No changes at all to gear since Shan at 15, and don't expect any until reaching epics. So our whirlwind sword has more than carried us since becoming available at level 10. Save's not terrible, not amazing, but not terrible. And strength, when fully boosted and raged, is pretty impressive. Outside of Reaper we're getting 51, so in Reaper I'm guessing it's going to be more still, isn't it? And our crowd control, it just goes to show the difference the Reaper makes, because we're sometimes touching 50 on these in Reaper and we're not even on 40 here. So those 3 tactic DCs are helping, and the strength, I guess, would give another 2, because at the moment our strength is on an odd number. So that's 5 right there. And then when the Canith combat infusion from the gloves goes off, that's another 2, isn't it? 4 alchemical bonus to strength and con. So yeah, we've got a nice little setup here, and I think it's going to take us to the heroic cap without too many problems. So that's great. I might be back in the next one, possibly with well, the big deal for the next one is the oh, actually, am I wrong? Have I done the... Hang on. I was hoping to take this one, the 5th core, but we need Barbarian level 18. So my maths is a bit dodgy, because at the moment we have 16 Barb, because we've got 1 favoured soul and 1 fighter. So no, it's only at level 20 we're going to get that core. It is a nice one. Plus 6 strength, 3 imbue dice. It only lasts for a minute though, so it's another short-term boost that I'm going to need to put next to the potion of rage and the divine will, just to keep clicked on, because that's going to be a big deal for us, isn't it? 6 strength is another 3 DCs and 3 to hit and damage. Extra damage on a 19 or 20 and 3 bonus imbue die, so it's not insignificant boost, that, if I can remember to keep activating it. That's quite a big if with me, but I think I've done okay, to be honest. There's more than on many of the builds we've tried with purple so far. There's quite an emphasis on the short term thing, isn't there, here? The haste boost, the Reaper Strike thing, the improved uncanny dodge, divine will, rage potion, rage itself. None of those is lasting longer than 3 minutes. Even the barbarian rage with extra duration in our trees, no longer than 3 minutes. So there is an emphasis on keeping an eye on these things and keeping them up, or using them in the case of the haste boost whenever possible to help us. I think we've done that quite well, and it has helped us hugely to kind of punch above our weight in places. So that's been pleasing. Right, more than enough waffle for one episode. So thank you very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.